One of humanity's most persistent and most destructive illusions is the belief that identity can be inherited, that moral worth and guilt can be inherited, that pride, loyalty, obligation, or destiny can be passed down like property, that a human being can be born already defined, already aligned, indebted, guilty, or virtuous, simply because of where they appeared or who appeared before them. From this single illusion flows nationalism, racism, tribalism, collective guilt, and the moral justification for war. Strip it away, and most of what we call political loyalty and cultural pride collapses instantly. Because inherited identity is not a fact of nature. It is a story societies tell to create cohesion, hierarchy, and control. It is mythology wearing the mask of truth. No one chooses where they're born. No one chooses their parents, skin color, language, religion, or their history. These are brute facts of chance, and yet we act as if these accidents carry moral meaning. You were born here, therefore you belong. Your ancestors did this, therefore you are responsible. Your bloodline suffered, therefore you must remember, avenge, or hate. This logic is incoherent. Moral responsibility requires agency. Agency requires choice. A newborn has neither. Assigning guilt or obligation based on ancestry is not morality, it is symbolism. And yet this thinking is everywhere. From ancient tribes to modern nation-states, humans repeatedly collapse individuals into collectives and call it destiny. The individual disappears. The symbol remains. Historically, this superstition was called blood. Bloodlines carried honor, shame, royalty, impurity, divine favor. Today, the language has changed. Now it's called genes, DNA, ancestry reports, but the belief is identical. Genes do not carry memory. They do not transmit values, nor do they encode moral obligation. They're chemicals, sequences, molecules, nothing more. Claiming DNA carries guilt, trauma, pride, or duty is magical thinking with a lab coat. It's no more rational than believing the sins of a medieval ancestor are etched into your chromosomes. Yet this belief quietly underwrites modern racism, identity politics, and nationalism alike. You are your ancestors. You carry their suffering. You must continue their struggle. No, you don't. You merely share some molecule sequences with them and many other people around the planet. There's another layer to this myth that rarely survives scrutiny: the idea of ancestors. People talk as if nations appeared fully formed, as if a group emerged one day, sealed itself off, and preserved some pure, magical genetic essence through time. That never happened. Borders move, populations mix, people migrate, trade, intermarry, conquer, flee, and blend. Every population on Earth is genetically mixed. Every person alive is a biological collage. There is no such thing as a pure lineage, no uninterrupted bloodline, no clean genetic boundary between us and them. When people say our ancestors, they are already lying by omission. You are genetically descended from thousands of people, from different regions, different cultures, different histories, but you are told to care about a small, convenient subset, the ones that fit the story. That's not ancestry. That's narrative curation. And even then, it wouldn't matter, because genes don't make identity. People love to say things like, I have Viking genes, I have Roman blood, I have warrior ancestry. No, a Viking was not a gene, it was a role, a profession, a historical circumstance. Having Scandinavian DNA does not make you a Viking any more than having hands makes you a blacksmith. Genes don't transmit values, they don't transmit beliefs, they don't transmit destiny. They don't tell you how to live, what to honor, or who to fight. Even if, by some absurd miracle, you were genetically identical to someone from the past, you still wouldn't be them. You were born once, you appear, you think, you choose. Identity does not travel through time on strands of DNA. Genes describe biology, not meaning.
And when ancestry isn't enough, culture steps in. You're told, this is how we dress, we eat, we behave, and what we value. Not because it makes sense, but because this is who you are. Culture becomes choreography, a script you're expected to perform because of where you were born. Eat this food, wear these clothes, feel pride here, feel shame there. Defend these traditions, reject those people. And if you question it, you're told you're betraying yourself. But you're not betraying yourself. You're refusing to cosplay the dead. You are not a reenactment or a museum exhibit. You are not obligated to continue someone else's habits just because they lived nearby before you existed. Tradition without choice is not culture. It's obedience.